Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Stephanie Bree, and today I'm talking about superhero and comic book movies. So, I love comic books. I have over 500 comic books in my collection, a range of floppies, keys, and trade paperbacks, omnibuses, and graphic novels. So I read a lot of comic books. I've been reading comic books since I was a kid. I've been collecting them since I was a kid, and I really love comics as a format. So, in the late '80s, we started to get some pretty good comic book movies. We got the first Batman movie, and then we got The Shadow, which is more of a radio show, but it was also kind of a comic book. And then we got The Mask, and then we got Blade, and a whole bunch of other movies. But then we hit the Renaissance. The early 2000s started with the X-Men, and then we got Spider-Man, and then we got all the Marvel movies, and then Disney bought Marvel, and then we got the cinematic universe, and then DC was doing the Dark Knight trilogy, and then we had just all these amazing comic book movies, and I couldn't get enough of them. I was watching every comic book movie that came out, even shit like Jonah Hex. Didn't matter. I was like, if it's based on a comic book, I'm gonna check it out. So I became really obsessed with comic book movies for a good long while. I love superheroes. I collect a lot of superhero toys. I play a lot of superhero video games. But I don't just read superhero comics. I read horror comics. I read indie comics. I read fairy tale comics. Fantasy comics. All kinds of stuff. I love a little bit of everything. Transformers. I have a lot of Transformers and Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles and everything else. I love comics. But something happened. We got oversaturated. Marvel kept making too many movies, too many TV shows. Warner Brothers, DC kept making too many movies, too many TV shows, and then everybody else was throwing everything plus the kitchen sink and then the plumbing and everything else. And I got burned out. So I'm not completely turned off by comic book movies. I'm just kind of it's got to be it's got to be something really special for me to give a shit now. My favorite comic book movies are the X-Men franchise. I love every one of them. I love The Last Stand. I love Dark Phoenix. Those are great movies. People are nuts for not liking them. I like First Class. I like Apocalypse or Age of Apocalypse. I like Days of Future Past. I like them all. All the X-Men movies. Give me more X-Men. I love X-Men. I hate the Avengers. But I did like the Avengers movies. Now, there's a story behind that. I did actually read the Avengers comics. I had Marvel Unlimited for a while, and I went back and I read the first 10 issues of the Avengers just to kind of get a taste of it. It wasn't for me. First of all, I'm a socialist. I hate Tony Stark. He's a goddamn capitalist. He's fucking Elon Musk. He's the very definition of everything I hate. And he's a lousy fucking superhero. I like Thor, actually. I am a pagan, so I actually read all of the mythology, the Norse mythology, so I have an affinity for the Thor character and Asgard and all that stuff. So Thor was sort of my gateway into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I did not like Iron Man, the movie. I was like, man, it's just Iron Man, fuck it. But I loved the first Thor movie. I was like, yes, make more movies like this, please. So when the Avengers came out, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not because I also don't like Captain America for reasons. He's boring. I have no interest in the non-superheroes, Black Widow and fucking Hawkeye, who uses a bow and arrow. Jesus Christ, I fucking hate Hawkeye. But I gave the Avengers movie a shot, and it was a good movie. It was okay, pretty cool. Now, I did like the Incredible Hulk movie, The Hulk, from 2003, I think it was, or 5, 2004, somewhere in there, the early 2000s. I actually liked it, the one with Jennifer Connelly. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I wasn't a fan of The Hulk or The Incredible Hulk, but that movie had me like, you know what, this is a cool character. Then the one with Edward Norton came out, and I was like, I've already seen the Hulk. I don't need to see another one. So I, to this day, have not seen the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk, and I will probably never will. There's a lot of these Marvel movies I will never watch, but I'm not going to tell you which ones I'll never watch because I don't want to get into it. But there's some movies that I have no interest in, and most of them are the ones with Tony Stark. I hate Tony Stark. But I did like Captain America Civil War. I liked Captain America Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier is one of my all-time favorite comic book movies. It still didn't sell me on the Captain America character, but it did at least sell me on that version of Captain America a little bit. Or at least the mythology, the whole Hydra and political intrigue and everything else, So it was a pretty good movie. The Winter Soldier is an interesting character, So I liked that one. They're not really superheroes. They're more like space fantasy, kind of like Star Wars. But I do like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the ones I've seen. I loved the first one. The second one was good. I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the first one. And their appearances in the Avengers movies were pretty rock solid. So, yeah. And then DC, in comics, I prefer DC over Marvel in comics. And I did watch all of the Arrowverse CW TV shows. Except for Edge of Tomorrow. I didn't watch that. Was it Edge of Tomorrow? Tomorrowland? I don't know. Whatever it was called. The one with the time travelers. I didn't watch that one. I don't even remember what it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. So, forgive me. The dumb one. I didn't watch it, but I did watch Arrow. I did watch... I know it's not technically a part of it, but I did watch Gotham. I did watch some Supergirl. I did watch The Flash. And it's not really the same thing, but I did watch Riverdale. I enjoyed it. And I love Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. That movie or TV show is kind of one of the reasons why I'm a dark witch right now. So, anyways, Lilith is one of my goddesses, and Lilith is fantastic in that show. So, DC movies. I did like all three of the first 90s Batman movies, but I didn't like Batman and Robin, but I love Batman Forever. I did like Batman Begins, and I did like The Dark Knight, but I hate The Dark Knight Rises. I'll never watch it again. I wish I hadn't watched it because it burns my eyes and it hurts my brain. Rubbish movie. I didn't love it, but I actually enjoyed Batman vs. Superman. So I have it on DVD. I'll watch it again when the mood strikes. I watched Justice League, but I don't remember it because it was forgettable. I did like Suicide Squad. It was a lot of fun. I have it on DVD. I'll watch it again. I've watched it a couple times. It's a lot of fun. I love Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is one of my favorite characters. And then I haven't seen the Superman movies because even though I do like Superman as a comic books character, I don't like his movies. I did not like any of the Richard Donner, what's his name, Christopher Reeve's Superman. I don't like any of them. The only one I kind of like is Superman 2, and that's the one people hate for some reason, so there is that. And then I haven't seen Man of Steel. I haven't seen Aquaman. I did watch both Wonder Woman movies. I liked Wonder Woman 84. I thought it was a good movie. I liked the first Wonder Woman movie. I actually liked 84 better than the first one, to tell you the truth. So, I lost interest after Endgame with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I tried to watch... I did like WandaVision a little bit, but not enough to keep watching the other shows. And I kind of liked Loki a little bit, but not enough to watch season 2. I watched it and I was like, okay, that's where they're going with this. And then I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. So I will not watch any of the other TV... I'm not going to sit here and list them all. None of the other TV shows, none of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter or the ones on Disney Plus. I'm not watching any of them. The movies, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done with superhero and comic book movies. I have not seen Batman is my favorite comic book character of all time. I have not seen The Batman. I will not see The Batman. I will never watch that movie. I probably will never watch another Batman movie as long as I live. I am so fucking over Batman movies. Jesus Christ, give us 5 years without a Batman movie, for fuck's sake. No, we can't go 6 months without another fucking Batman or Joker or fucking Harley Quinn or something Batman related. Jesus fucking Christ. Lay off Batman for a while. I love Batman. He's my favorite comic book character, but fuck, God almighty, they made too many fucking Batman movies. And spin-offs and every fucking thing else. Gotham was too much. The other one, the Gothams or whatever it's called, not even going to watch it. The Harley Quinn cartoon on Warner or Max or whatever the fuck it's called these days, not even going to watch it. The Teen Titans TV show that's on Max or whatever it's called, not even going to watch it. I'm over comic book and superhero movies right now. I need a fucking break. We got too goddamn many, too goddamn fast, and we're fucking oversaturated, and I need a goddamn break. I was so happy with the Barbie movie. That movie was just glorious and fantastic and amazing, and I couldn't get enough of it. It was such a fresh of breath air, you know? Breath of fresh air, sorry. It was like something new for a change, not a superhero movie. Like, thank God they made a blockbuster that wasn't a fucking superhero movie for a while. Let's take a break. Let's just take 5 years where we make no superhero movies, just cleanse our palate, and then reboot everything. Let's do that instead of soft, hard rebooting it every fucking 6 months.